We're touching on the door. We're touching on the door. Go. All right, all right, all right, everybody. We are now live. Now that should have fixed the major issues that we were seeing. Every single time is the same. Woohoo! Bitcoin about to reach all-time highs. The question is, who is paying attention? Boom. Let's get this show on the road. 68,000. This is round two. It's been 3 days. It was Tuesday that we saw highs like this. Now with job data coming out, we're definitely getting some momentum built in, which is a good thing. Which is a good thing. So interestingly enough, all-time highs, baby. All-time highs. You heard it here first. All-time highs. We just started 69.45. Last time we touched 69.2, but we are breaking the 69s right now. So there's being Bitcoin traded at those prices. Is this the time that we break through? There is momentum behind the current move. Can we keep it up? Mara showing 13% gains. Bitcoin right now. Boom, boom, boom. Ha 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 ha. Let's go. My goodness. It just keeps going. We are seeing this live. Insane. Wabam. We are sitting at 69,171. Ooh la 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 la. So many people are voting. So many people are getting involved. Everybody is looking at it. There we go. There we go. Officially broken. Officially broken. Now let's see what the volume does. Because last time we had a lot of selling from a lot of people.
Bitcoin hits a new high, last up 2.72% at $69,175,000.85.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And the movement's still not nuts, you know? It's like we saw such massive selling coming out. And this is where people start putting in the shorts, putting in the pulls, man. Wow, 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 wow. As this is happening, we also have Nvidia hitting all that. Ooh, 69.5. The rally continues. We have Nvidia reaching all-time highs as well, sitting at 970, which makes it even crazier. Wow, today is a great day for Bitcoin investors and people that are in the market. That's why you got to stay in the markets and you got to stay vigilant. What was the high that we saw here? Highs was 69.57. So we're just continuing to rally. Ho, ho, ho. You're gonna ask yourself, is like, when did you know that Bitcoin was the thing? I knew a long time ago, but a lot of people are entering this market right now, seeing this craziness, and we're still not seeing the FOMO missing out. Not many people have come to me and said, hey, I'm looking to invest in Bitcoin. Only the closest people to me. So I believe that we are still high. If you're not in Bitcoin, gotta be. You gotta find a way to get in and get in quick. Holy 69.6. We're breaking. The jobs data is definitely helping this move, and the fact that we are likely to have interest rates cuts coming up next week. Sorry, in May. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. The polls are coming and we're seeing all new all-time highs. 83% of people are betting on the fact that we're going to continue to see Bitcoin rally. To buy Bitcoin at 70K in eToro, insane prices. There's buying. Like this one seems a little bit more controlled than the one that we saw. We saw that retest and maybe it was to scare the markets a little bit just before we continue this rally. Big players in this Bitcoin ETFs are showing strength. Wow, wow, wow. MicroStrategy 10% up. BitB 3.6%. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. And we continue to see the rally. I mean, markets are rallying. Are we going to see the markets end in red today? My goodness, a couple of my trades are taking a hit, but that is okay. That is a-okay. Probably going to get out of a couple of those because we're probably going to see volatility
So
coming in
noting
next
Bitcoin
week.
surpassing all-time highs, now at $70,000. Again, Bitcoin touching
70,000. My
$70,000
goodness,
for
we
the
just
first
done the
time.
70,000. Insane. Insane, everybody. Insane. Wow, wow, wow. Where were you when Bitcoin hit 70,000? I was live streaming. Wow, wow. There's such euphoria in this market. No matter where you are, you're making money, except for oil. Oil is going slow. But wait, there's a couple. If you're an Apple, you're not making money. My goodness. My goodness. We have here Nvidia trying to find some stability, but at 70,000, that's going to be a psychological level for sure. Ooh, ooh. Wow, wow, wow. We are breaking it. Whoop, whoop. Now we're giving it like it's okay for us to see some resistance at 70. The question is what will happen here? There it comes the selling, selling, selling. Market starts freaking out a little bit, but we saw that 70. That was I would say that would be the break. I think last time all-time highs we were sitting at 69K. Touching 70, not being able to hold, that is understandable. If we don't see increased selling right now, could mean that we potentially can hold. But right now we are seeing an increase. Insane. Insane. Wow, wow, wow. Go, I'll have a look at the daily chart here. Oop.
Noting Bitcoin erasing gains. Current still up 1.75% on the session at $68,200.
It's a Friday today. Now let's have a look at what people are. I mean, oof, gotta get good charts. I gotta get good. Well, we touched it. We touched 60 almost. Wait a second. This we touched 70. That's for sure. God, a little bit. Let's look at some technical analysis on Bitcoin. Try to analyze how the markets are performing today. Mara showing a little bit of weakness. I mean, the rally seems to be it's pumping. It's already an hour. Power hour has just ended. We'll see where the market continues to rally into the later times of the day. But holy. And it's not crazy. Like so far, we haven't seen that increase in volume that we saw the other day. It's still early in the day though, that's for sure. Let's have a look at some it's like we're not seeing that much. Liquidation. Have a look. So I always like to say check out my liquidations to see how it's performed. So far nothing major. I mean like we are pretty tame. Liquidations on the long side a couple of days ago. But yeah. Bang, bang, bang.
Bro, llevo un cabrón que te caga. Estás viendo puto Nvidia, tío. Me cago en todos sus muertos. Ya me dio otra vez alto del todo, tío. Máximo punto alto. Me cago en su puta madre, tío. 4% arriba. Llevo un cabrón que flipas con eso, tío. Bro, llevo un cabrón que te caga. Estás viendo.
You know, markets decide to rally. I mean, we're seeing a little bit of weakness, which is understandable. Understandable. First of all, why is this in white? It should be elite. Second of all, there we go. Now it's beautiful. Now we go into the trading view charts, which yes, sir. Okay, okay, okay. So now we've touched it. Now we retrace is understandable. A lot of people are setting trades just because we want to retest. Yeah, just insane. Insane. Apparently in Tether we didn't touch the 70s, but I believe that we did, and I believe that we're potentially going to retest because you see that volume. It's not a lot of volume that's coming into the selling, though the pressure will not be super down. You know, there was an interesting amount of volume here, but not, I would say not enough, right? Because if you see here, I mean, it's coming pretty high, but the question is like, how will it happen? Last time was very similar too, you know. So we could potentially continue to see that. Okay. The votes continue to come in. 48 votes in the poll, sitting at new all-time highs, 83%. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Dang. 85% says all-time highs when we're seeing some rejections from the 70s. But we officially touched twice already. That's a double top. Let's see what happens when we get a double top. Double top. We potentially see some declines, but the day has not finished. We are seeing some weakness in the rest of... Really, the thing is, it's not really. I mean, power hour has just ended, so it's understandable. We're still not getting the hype yet.
Intel is back at Computex. Meta decides Apple's not charging enough, and Nvidia, this is their end game. They're going to nickel and dime you. Let's get into the hot news, everybody. I'm your breakfast. We're going to be going over the hottest tech news I can find on the internet while you enjoy your breakfast this Friday, March 8th, 2024. We're going to start off today talking about Intel's return to the show of Computex. As far as I'm aware, they haven't been there since they tried to show off a 5 gigahertz 28-core CPU that was running on a chiller that was hidden under the stage. Well, now they're back. CEO Pat Gelsinger is going to be there on June 4th to talk about a lot of stuff that Intel has coming up. It will take place after AMD's keynote, which is taking place on June 3rd, but Intel likely going to be talking about AI, more AI, potentially some more AI, and also we're expected to get our first little debut of the Arrow Lake architecture that's supposed to be coming out to desktops later on this year to replace everything that we've been on since Alder Lake. But of course, don't forget that you likely will be getting more AI because that's what you need. And what Nikon needed, turns out, was to just buy another camera company. We don't typically cover camera news, but this is a big shakeup in the industry. Nikon announcing that Red is going to be one of their subsidiaries. They're folding it into the company. Red, known for making digital cinema cameras that work on major motion pictures, Marvel films, as well as running the MKBHD channel. Linus had Red cameras for a little while, tried to water cool one, but now they're being acquired with Nikon saying that they're going to draw from Red's knowledge in cinema cameras, including unique image compression technology and color science. So Nikon trying to bolster its image, just kind of in the influencer space, like the YouTube, TikTok, you know, anybody who's buying a mirrorless camera. Nobody's really kind of looking at Nikon for what they got. Mostly you're looking at Sony, Panasonic, or Canon, and even Canon's a little iffy there. So maybe we'll see them get back to the game. Nikon, as far as I'm aware, is mostly for still photography, as far as like who is still buying these themselves. But speaking of taking your money, Nvidia obviously wants to do that. They're green because they like the cash, or they absorbed her powers. I'm not exactly sure which one. But Nvidia announcing for GeForce Now, which is their cloud gaming application, that they have new features like Cloud G-Sync, which works to bring variable refresh rate to your device, whether you're using a Mac with Apple Silicon or you're using an Intel CPU, even AMD GPUs. It can all work as long as you're running it in a GeForce Now app instead of running it on a browser. So this can help, but you also have to have the most expensive version of the RTX 4080 Ultimate tier. It's a neat implementation to get variable refresh rate on cloud gaming. It's a nice little touch to potentially help smooth out some hitches and hiccups that you would have while playing it. But while they're introducing that feature, they're also introducing a nice new lucrative way to make money, which is Nvidia's GeForce Now Day Passes. For the low price price of between $4 and $8 a day, you can get upgraded to slightly better cloud gaming experiences. This is on top of the fact that recently they announced that they're going to be putting ads into their free tier. They're also going to be charging more for the day passes. Now, likely this will be if the free version you're playing on, there's a long queue to join in because free doesn't take priority, so you pay for the day pass at $4, and then you find out every single time I go to play, the servers are busy, I'll just spend another $4 and another $4, and then next thing you know it, you paid nearly $100 for not even the best tier that they have in the Ultimate. Let's say you do that for the RTX 4080 tier with the Ultimate package, and you spend $8 every single day, that's 240 bones, so they're going to squeeze you down to the $100 for 6 months, or $20 a month if you can just think ahead to do it that way. That's some ridiculousness. $20 a month, but they're going to charge you $8 a day. And it just shows a lot of stuff still going to subscription. Nvidia can potentially make money from you not owning their hardware regardless of where you are, so they're just going to keep trying to shovel the money out of your wallets into theirs. Kyler, you trust this? Yeah, why not? Give them $8 a day, hey? It's expensive. If you're poor. You're right. Sorry. I'm sorry, you can't afford an extra $240 a month for video games? That's more than my car. That's expensive. It is a lot of money. What's also a lot is everybody's comments yesterday. Woo, let's get into the comment response. I'm going to start off with the...
All right. Interesting Nvidia play on that. Today. Oy, oy, oy. Ladies and gentlemen. We're coming down. There's a little bit of weakness after power hour, which is understandable, you know. Most of the hype euphoria comes in and then sort of stays. But if we can continue and hold a day like this, and as long as we don't see any coming down till the end of the market, which we could see because next week we do have CPI and that's gonna definitely drive market, right? So you gotta stay vigilant. You gotta stay vigilant. Right? Next week we have important data coming out. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So coming in next week we have GDP revisions. We have UK employment data, so there's a lot of European data coming out. We have CPI and PPI coming out next week. And we have UK GDP, which is definitely going to drive the pound a little bit. Producer price index is a medium. We have retail sales, which I think they're going to come in warm expected. It is likely. We're going to see Mara pumping again, so that means that Bitcoin is doing very good. Hopefully, not really. But we got a bounce from 21, so we found that resistance at 21, and we're sitting at 24. Could we go higher if we continue to see this rallying Bitcoin? But at the end of the day, like, it just seems to be wanting to stay here. I mean, we broke off it. We're retesting, and as long as we don't go lower or too much lower until the end of the day, potentially next week we can continue to see the Bitcoin rally into April, which would be a good thing. Now, as regional banks are taking a hit, this drives money to Bitcoin, you know, because anything that scares the banks rallies the Bitcoin. Oh my goodness. We are seeing an increase in volume, which is not, you know, the craziest thing. Could we say that the rally is exhausted? But I mean, we're holding at 68, which last time after we broke started showing a little bit of weakness. So we're still not out of the woods, you know. But again, it was like bam, bam, and then so the top here, we actually broke that line of resistance right here, and we are under it. So if we are not able to beat it, we're going to see some weakness. I did not like that. Just continue to see the rally, and it's just, you know, insanity. Have a look. Maybe we're gonna see some rallies into some random holds. Let's have a look at the last hour. We have Fetch AI. So even the crypto markets are taking advantage of the AI rally. I mean, we are seeing some weakness in everything else. Gorilla, Shiba Inu up, you know, the last 7 days. Floki Inu has been doing really well. Shiba Inu has been doing really well. And then Pepe Coin is actually outperforming most portfolios, which is nuts. But that's some of the things that we see when we are starting to hit that bull market. We try to see people try to predict what is the next coin, meme coins, shit coins, and all that stuff. What's going to be happening. Is that is that Trump coin like at any way related to? There's no way. There's no way. Consolidation. Actually, let's see. Oof, oof, oof. Our. We are holding at 68, which is oh, per. We're seeing that weakness. We see that little move. Okay. Ultimate. 70,000, new price to beat. New price to beat. Uy, uy, uy. Nothing at all. And we're sitting at extreme, super scary. Same. Bitcoin continues to go higher. Nvidia keeps pumping with 68, just under it. Just under it. Surpassed it. Just feels like it's so hot, Again, like Bitcoin, it's like if we go to the stock to flow model, we gotta look at the stock to flow model right now. Be rallying. I want to
So
go
a large
hot.
oil options bet on $95 crude signals confidence in OPEC plus. So a large bet on Brent crude rallying to at least $95 a barrel signal traders are turning bullish on oil's path in the months ahead as OPEC and its allies work to tighten the markets. About 16 million barrels worth of options to buy Brent's June contract for $95 traded on Friday, according to data. Those call options expired in late April. Brent for May settlement, the current most active contract, is trading at about $82.
Fear and greed. Exit. Definitely. 81. Like everybody right now should be in profit. It's crazy. Yeah, it's like except for the guy that bought a 70. It's like there's like a guy. Yeah, it's insane. Wow, wow. You're showing weakness halfway through the day. Most of the valleys stop right until like we get the last hour of the day, and maybe we get a turn. But I don't think we get a turn around today. Now that I said that, we better potentially get it. So. Oh, what? Said this. Cash flow. We have gold, and it held on top at 60. That's really time. Like 30 minutes. Still within candle. 7 more minutes. Let's see. All of a sudden, you're gonna get This one looked stronger. 68. Is it time? Is it time? I mean, we retested it. Is it time? Something. $50. Most of the people are saying that we're gonna 86% of 60 votes. 86% is 60, which we did get. We definitely got that, but could we get back to 60?
There is nothing that bothers me like influencers using their powers for evil. But I'm afraid you're going to see a lot more of it
Yeah.
now that the meme coins are back. We're back. Well, I don't want to call it a bull run yet. Don't call it a comeback. But Bitcoin's at like $67,000 at the time of talking about this. So I posted this in response. I have a feeling influencers are suddenly going to become crypto experts again. And no sooner did I do that than I saw not influencers, but Bloomberg Television even talking about this. And look, I get it. You guys have to cover the financial markets. But this is weird, man. How do we take this seriously?
Era of the meme coin is back. Can you believe that?
No, I don't.
I like this. Okay, the guy on the left is my guy. He's like, no, it's not.
There's
Tell me more, Tim.
okay, there's Pepe the dog,
Oh,
the
gosh.
Pepe the frog themed coin,
Okay.
and dog with hat. This is new to me. I'm just learning this from Among the Most Read Muya Shen.
Why do you sound like you're taking it seriously? Dog with hat is up 10,000%. Ladies and gentlemen, do not fall for these Ponzi schemes. By the time you hear about it, these people are trying to sell you their bags. It comes in many forms. Usually it comes with green arrows going straight up, right? That's usually what it does. All of these people want you to pump their bag. I want to warn you about this, guys, because every time I see the same thing, and it makes me sad, it also makes me mad. It makes me sad for the people who fall for this, because they think for some reason these people are here to educate them. I don't know how this ever, they're always like, you know what's funny? Nobody's giving financial advice. They're always telling you what to buy. None of them are giving financial advice. They're all educators. And so people fall for that. I feel bad for them. They think everyone's just their teacher or something.
Oh,
reality,
no,
they're
we're
selling
seeing
these
some
things.
weakness.
They own these coins. You think they're just talking about the coins for no reason, for nothing? A lot of these, I won't say everybody, almost all of them, own the coins they're selling you, and that's why they're doing it. They want you to buy in. Why? For two reasons. One, so the price of their thing goes up. Secondly, so that when they sell, you're in there so they can get a nice exit price. Okay? Exit liquidity is what we call it in the biz. Please do not. I feel like I'm begging you guys. I'm warning you. I saw this. I had to say something. Already, you got influencers out here. Even KSI Crypto. Of course, he's back, right? The tourists are back. That's what we call these influencers.
There we go. Okay, it's starting to collapse. We're seeing it cool a little bit, which is good. This is actual selling volume. Blah, blah. Market seems to rally. Like I think it depends on a couple of things, you know.
They leave when the lawsuits come and everyone loses their money. They leave. They go, what? Huh? Me? Crypto? No way. And then all of a sudden, crypto pumps a little bit, and now they're interested. I thought it was interesting. KSI Crypto says all these meme coins is terrible for the space. Going up is terrible for the space. Makes it look like a joke. I hope they all go to zero, which I thought was funny and also true. Ironically, though, we have this little banger from Zach XBT. Remember this one, guys? Remember this little meme coin? That was cool last cycle. This cycle, it's an embarrassment, I guess. No, but really, it is bad. And these people tweeting about the coins they like, the coins they want you to buy, just beware. All these numbers are ridiculous. Remember how many people lost their shirts last time, and don't fall for the same hype. Ultimately, their goal is to get you to sell out of your safe investments and to instead dump it into the casino, dump it into the gambler's paradise. But the worst part to me is they're not honest about what this is. Most of them, they're like talking about, investments that can 10x. It's just a roulette. The only thing worse than the degenerate gambling is the fact they try to justify it by saying things like, we're all going to make it. Oh, we're a big community. We love each other. It's about the memes. We're not here for money. It's about the memes. Guys, none of your memes are funny. Like, all these people, I swear, are pretending that dog memes are funny. I don't get it. Like, they were funny for the first 5 days of Dogecoin, and then it got old. But these people are tirelessly recycling the same meme over and over because they don't have any originality. This one's called dog with hat, or with. Here's the kind of golden memes they keep doing. It's just dogs. It's dogs with hats, guys. Get it? Don't you want to make my price go higher since I showed you a dog with a hat? I mean, even if it wasn't criminal to constantly pump and dump your bags as an influencer, it should be criminal to back something this unfunny. The 50,000th iteration of something that was barely funny the first time. I mean, I think actually it's probably the money that does it. It drives the worst people, the least funny people, the least creative people to these kinds of
It's insane. Did my mic die? No, not. Look like it did. Bitcoin 67. I mean, it's so weird, you know? A lot of people getting out of it. They want to sell a little bit here. I mean, it's sitting at all-time highs.
bankruptcy regime which applies to securities, where if you're holding the securities and then the exchange or the broker dealer goes insolvent, you can get paid back the securities, right? And I believe there's some tax consequences to that, which are beneficial as well. Although I'm not a bankruptcy expert. And the issue with the crypto bankruptcies is that crypto is treated as just ordinary property and not as a security for the purposes of bankruptcy law, which seems kind of unfair given that it's treated as security by the SEC. It's treated as property, which is not a security by the IRS and the bankruptcy code. So you've got two different government branches treating it, treating it differently. So there can be weird and funky tax consequences.
¿Qué
If,
pasó?
for example, you put your
¿Qué?
Bitcoin into Celsius at 20,000,
Palito.
then they go bankrupt, then you get your
Oh.
Bitcoin back, let's say at 70 or 80.
Oh my.
And then you've got it's
Market's
not a
flipping on me.
basis, that's a different concept. But basically, you have an increase in the value of the property, and there is a likelihood that I think that that's going to be taxable. The award that you got back, whereas with a security that wouldn't be the case. So there definitely needs to be a regime. So, and other jurisdictions have had like no problem wrapping, getting crypto its own regulatory regime. In the U.S., they pretend it's impossible, but like the UK has where I'm also admitted, has a specific crypto regulatory regime which doesn't treat crypto like securities. It just treats it like property for the purposes of securities law, right? And so they kind of, whatever the UK bankruptcy considerations would be slightly different. So the US like just hasn't moved at all, and we're still operating in these, in some cases, almost century old frameworks, and we need to update them, right? And it's possible to do it. It's just that Congress can't.
Hey, Simon, the other unspoken part of that same sort of scam for Celsius and Voyager creditors at BlockFi, I guess, to a lesser degree, is that all of that interest that was paid was taxable. So, I mean, I can speak for myself, but I paid taxes on all of the gains on everything in the account before it was lost, and there's nothing to do about that either.
Even worse in Celsius, if you're not from the US, not tax advice, everyone, but when you deposited to Celsius, you relinquished ownership of that token. And then they didn't keep it in the same form because it wasn't a custody. So it obviously changed title, which is a disposal. So you've actually got a tax issue from the past to figure out when you deposited it, as well as all that. So yeah, sorry, not tax advice, and sorry if I ruined anyone's day, but it's an absolute shit show. But just on there is a risk that does need to be disclosed, and if anyone actually read the prospectuses of the ETFs, I didn't do that. I didn't go through that process.
Insane.
But in the case where if they're custodying at Coinbase and Coinbase gets hacked, then obviously it's back 1-to-1, but they no longer have access to that key. And so there must be I'm sure the SEC went through exactly how that is treated in that case. Maybe maybe they get a claim on the recovery of the hacked coins because
We
it's
are seeing
still
some
property in
major
custody. But did anyone actually go into that level of detail to figure out what happens if the
market selling
custodian
off
gets
now.
hacked and they can't
There
access
was
the
some
key again?
exhaustion.
My understanding is that with custodied coins, that under the bankruptcy code, and again, I'm not a bankruptcy lawyer. There are people at my firm who are actually better positioned to speak on this, but obviously they're not here, and I am. I think when it's a custodied coin, you avoid most of the tax problems around the sale and disposal of the coin, and then also the fact that you're getting a claim back from the bankruptcy estate, which is not the case if you had something like Celsius where the assets were pooled. So there's a distinction between those two positions that a bankruptcy court is likely to look at. Again, like if you're worried about this, you need to talk to a tax lawyer or a cryptocurrency lawyer who has specific tax or bankruptcy advice. And like I'm happy to, I don't do that, but I can refer you to people.
Yeah, I mean, Preston, we had like I don't know if we haven't really seen this answered, but Prime Trust lost keys, right, and lost access to a wallet, and I think Fortress had some sort of
Wrong
hack or
selling
something
right now.
similar. These were trusted, regulated custodians, by the way, and how these stories went underreported, I don't know, but there should be some. I think that's still actually going through the process, so we don't have clarity. But that would probably be a good example, Simon, of what would happen. However, they sort those. I guess it remains to be seen.
We have to watch that one because that is how it will be treated. But the reality is the assets aren't there, and if the company has to go bankrupt and the custodian doesn't have the assets, they committed. Well, if you'd have to, I guess you'd have to prove whether it was negligence, but even then, that would just lead to a criminal act and whatever that.
Yeah, in the case of Prime Trust, we actually it was right when we started Crypto Town Hall, and we got all the information in advance, and we chose not to share it. And then when it started to become public, I did a pretty big deep dive. But they allegedly, but seems very clear if you dig into it, they lost keys, then did not do their obvious duty to report it to their insurance company or to anyone else. And then they actually attempted to trade their way out of the hole. So massive fraud.
Yeah, but even then, what is the insurance? Because if it's custody and they've got property, and Bitcoin has ripped since then, it's going to be the dollar value of something that's insured, not.
Yeah, it's going to be very similar to the retail bankruptcies. Yeah, it's a good point. So there's always, I think the bottom line as we sort of move to wrap here, there's always risk, right? And unfortunately, there's always going to be, in this case, unless you're self-custodying, there's always going to be probably some third party that you're exposed to, no matter how trusted, that you have to be aware of. Well, we've got Bitcoin now. Funding rates are rising, Gabe. By the way, people are getting more long. If you weren't paying attention, I kind of seem to notice. Bitcoin's back down to 67.7, Ethereum back to 39. So clearly, there's a hell of a lot of selling interest as Bitcoin reaches highs at this point. And I would have imagined we would have seen a bit of a flush of that open interest, but people are just getting longer. So it's going to be interesting, I think, to see what happens. Guys, thank you so much. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Will be interesting to see if we see more fireworks, but appreciate the contributions of everybody on stage. You guys are amazing. Love having you back consistently, all of you, and having these chats. It's really great alpha, I think, for the audience. So everybody, please follow our guests. If they're up here, it's because we really, really like, respect, and listen to them. So I encourage you to follow everybody on stage.
Well, that was abrupt. Wow. Nvidia gonna top or is Nvidia gonna top now? We're sitting at 930 today. Crazy. Damn, everything down now. Where's Myra? Where's ARM? My ARM trade is up. Could we see Myra pump down today? Ugly. Good ARM. Sorry. Oh, that would be great. ARM. Just ARM. Just ARM. Just sell ARM. Just ARM. Rally the whole market and sell ARM. So, oh man. Like we continue to try to break, and we don't. You know. I've been early twice. The first solar trade, I was early. And the other trade, I'm all. Market a lot of selling for like it we did sell quite a bit. That's got to be a big. Oh man. You're going back to 60 again? God damn it. Like I have a feeling that market will want to get prepared for what's coming in next week, right? Ooh. An economist.
They thought maybe you should start with.
Like we're already talking about meme coin season.
US stocks pair gains, S&P 500 and Nasdaq up 0.1%, the Dow up 0.2%.
But why? Where am I writing? Could we rally into the close? It would be weird, but the options, they gotta be super expensive for like, yeah. Be down to buy Nvidia 900 stocks, 90K. They need to do a split. You think they announce a split? I wonder. Will Nvidia announce a split in the next earnings? Great. People could buy more options. Increase volatility. Coming down. Nvidia's coming down strong. There was exhaustion. Was a lot of selling at 970, 980. A lot of selling pressure in the what came out that's driving? Doesn't feel like there's. What is it? You think it's just people not wanting to hold into the market?
So Brent and US crude oil futures fall by more than $1 a barrel.
Ah, so tricky. Do you think this was a fake out? It could have been. I'm showing a lot of weakness. Put some more bets. My armpits or March are up. I'm still losing
And
tons of
Nvidia
money.
falls to a session low after erasing its intraday 5% gain.
Feels like a fake out just before market close, you know, like power hour, you rally the market and then you dump it all the way through the close. I've seen many days like this too, you know. Every single time I stream, it goes down. And my streams. Mara showing a little bit of strength. Wait. You get a lot of people. Oh, we are getting a little. Bitcoin 67. It's holding better than last time, I think. We are. It's getting better. Weekly candle is not even big. Big. Then continues. We go here. No, no. Where cash flow. Dr. Flu. We early here. In theory, we should have been like. So it's right after. See, it's like after just. Candle is not done, but my VIX trade actually bumped up again. Let's go. Right now, I'm playing both sides of the markets. I just need to get out at the right time. Right. Oh my goodness. CPI. What will happen to CPI? First of all, break time. Volatility is rising. Da, 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 da. It's turning ugly. Those arm. My arm puts my head. It's holding a bit better, you know? It's holding a bit better. The arm. Oh, wow. massive weakness. Like there's somebody selling wrong. There is a lot of weakness. Oh, why? Speed? Oh shit.
The Nasdaq turns negative, last down 0.3%.
Ooh. The chips are coming off. Semiconductors are coming off. That big ass sell-off in microchips. They were waiting. Hmm. Volatility today is it's strong. It's like it tells you that the market's starting to freak out. Such a weird day. We are finding a bottom here. The lows of the day since yesterday. Bitcoin is holding, Nvidia holding. Testing work. Worthless. Worthless. That one is. They gotta keep it up. One. Here. Oh man, market's bouncing up. Market's bouncing up, up. Somebody big sold.
projects, and they just shill it to the point where it's even if the meme was funny, all the biggest like degenerates are a hold of it, and then they just turn it into spam. It's just spam by the time it reaches the average consumer. It's just a bunch of people going, ha, ha, ha. It's like, oh, your whole livelihood is relying on this, so that's why you think it's funny. You don't actually care about this, and so I just want you guys to see through it. I feel like during these markets, the only people who are talking about it are either Bloomberg people going, what's a dog with hat? And then it's the people shilling it. So it's like the people who know nothing about it are the people shilling it. We have to get beyond this. We have to call it what it is. It's a glorified Ponzi scheme with an added social component of pretending that we're all in this together when we are very much not. I'll leave you guys with this because people have an inability to look at history. This is Mark Zuckerberg's sister singing 2 years ago about how we're all going to make it. And I just want you guys to remember that when this song came out, a lot of people were actually seeing this unironically. They unironically agreed that we were all going to make it. We very much did not. And I hope you guys stay away from these psychopaths. These people telling you you're going to get 10,000%, 10x, 100x. Please don't listen to it. It wasn't true when Mark Zuckerberg's sister talked about it, and it's certainly not true now.
We're all gonna make it. Yeah, we're all gonna make it, everyone.
Wait, am I getting copyright claim for this? Okay, well, I think you get it. I think you get it. It's so cringy. Like, this is what crypto thinks art is. Mark Zuckerberg's sister singing Wag Me. Anyways, please stay safe out there, guys. I'll be here to call out these
It's looking better. They're so expensive for next week. Fuck. Fuck. Like somebody. Hello, good sir. Yo, I am live streaming, so just know that. What's up? Come. Let's watch markets. Markets are going crazy. There's somebody selling, dude. There's somebody selling. Big player. Motherfuckers. Yeah, come. Yeah. Bye-bye. Yeah. Wait, where are you? Where are you? Okay, I opened the door for you. Yeah. Nice, come. You done? Congrats. You're a free man. At least, huh? Okay. Oh, well, I thought, well, what do you mean? You're working the 2 days? Nice. Come. Live stream, baby. Nobody's watching. It's okay. I was doing I've streamed twice when the all time high comes from fucking Bitcoin, and the moment I fucking stream, it goes down. It's fucking nuts. I fucking have a couple of positions open. I have a short on ARM, which is fucking me, but right now it's pumping hard. Nvidia came down $50. It touched 970. Yeah, and then it's back down to like 900. So it's like, whoa. The volatility is insane. Have a seat. Close the door. Have a seat. Yes. You know, we go, and it's like, if you tell me, I bring the 2 microphones. I can put them up. And I can do the 2 mic setup and shit. It's good. It's good. I mean, like, I'm up. I wish I had bought more Nvidia, but right now, who doesn't, right? Fucking, you know? But it's going okay. It's just trying to figure out what happened, you know? But it's like, it just seems like there's so, like, bulk selling, you know? Somebody's like, I don't want to hold risk until next week. We have CPI next week, you know? You know? Insane, dude. But it's insane. But yeah. Right now it's moving like crazy. Like the whole day, like, you know, like job data came in super weird. Non-farm payrolls came in hotter than expected. And then hotter than expected, but then unemployment came in like also like it came in soft. So more. So it's more unemployment. Unemployment went up by 0.5%, which was not expected, you know. And then so non-farm payrolls is like the number of jobs that got added to the, but then all of a sudden is like it got added more, but there's more people losing jobs. So it was super weird. Market seemed to like the news, you know, because it was like, okay, like now we're pricing in like the percentage, it went up to like 10% chance of getting a cut in May, but we're still sort of like, it's been super weird. So then everything started rallying like crazy. We had Bitcoin touch like all-time highs. We touched 70. And then Nvidia touched 970. Just it seemed like, you know, it seemed like a risk on day, and then all of a sudden just risk off, just massive, you know. This was the first hour. Just massive set. That's somebody that data, you know. Today. Mine? I got a couple.
So you're on 0 DT?
No, I bought them at the I bought them at the start of the week. I bought them at the start of the week and I was doing okay. And then because like the next week ones, like if you see like the implied validity for next week on the like on ARM is like $9 right now, like for puts at the current price. It's like, like 5, 6, 7%, And both sides, it's like the implied volatility is sitting at 123%. It's like if you go even further, you're just paying up the ass. So I have another one that's like later on, but those ones I bought expensive. The market has just gone against me, so I'm probably gonna lose that money. I've already accepted it, but man, every like I have like CRDT VIX options because I knew that after Jerome Powell was we just didn't get the volatility until, which is understandable. It's next week we're gonna get some important data. Like next week we get CPI, we get what do we get? We get CPI, PPI, and that's gonna tell markets. I was up 2K today. you know, like yeah, I was up
Spot gold
$1,000 on
prices
the
raising 1%.
Nvidia trade. It depends. Yeah, like the thing is, just like this is my active trading portfolio. Get in and get out, and I try to like try to move it. No, I mean you can, but the thing is like market seemed like they would like it wanted to go risk on it. Don't think it like this negates that, and we potentially failed. Yesterday I was up, so it's like it's hard to say, because it's like Nvidia has been right now. I want to sell puts. I want to sell puts. The premiums are how much? Like look, like right now we're 12.50. Just get you could buy Nvidia so cheap. Like this is day. Like implied volatility on the day. You would at, 32 bucks for next week. You get a 8. The implied volatility on this one, we're gonna see some move. People are getting scared about March. A lot of like it feels like even my talking about Washington, it just feels like it just wants. But like it's like that was 10%. Nvidia today almost 10%. $200 billion. You know what I mean? It's like there is like I just think it just Nvidia moved today $220 billion. Created it and then like yeah, right? Like if I asked a couple of my family's friends, is your target Nvidia of year? I'll be laughing right. Insane fucking return. If you look at the goals, it's like there's like it's like it's too much. So the question is that we're gonna get a correction, and when we get the correction, do we get? But it's like look, like you're gonna I'm gonna show you the returns. It's fucking crazy. And I mean, like the start of the year. Yeah, the VIX is the start of the year. think it was like, yeah. It was like if I had just for like shits and gigs, just like put in like, 500 bucks, it would be worth 20. You know what I mean? It's fucking nuts, dude. Yeah. It's like, look, so the January ones were worth like I would have put 5K. Yeah, I would have put 5K. Let me just Mara's pumping. We good. Mara's at resist. Mara's a fucking beautiful price, right? You wanna if you like, I'm telling you, look at the fucking fundamentals of that company. When you get a chance, just look at them. Look at them and assume that the price of Bitcoin will stay at what is at for now. They didn't price in any of the rally the last quarter. Stock got punished. Look, this in January 1st, the price of I would have paid 1,300 for one contract. Right now they are at 2,000. You could sell it right now. Then you got a chance to potentially buy. Like the rally is insane. It's like, and this was something like we had it in our scopes. I asked the right questions. I just didn't execute. So now I ask. Is like, okay, what do you think is gonna happen? If that's what you think is gonna, like, I'm using AI to start like making, like, give me choices. Like, if I think this is gonna happen, what do you suggest I do based on the current pricing of the option? And it actually gives you the that. So yeah, I traded Strandals. I'm starting to trade other shit. Pretty cool. Come on, but yeah, like 22K for a $1,000 investment. It's like, okay, like worst case scenario, I would have lost $1,000, which is what I'm fucking losing in some of the fucking trades that I'm doing right now. Like if you have the fucking vision to see it, and that's at 800. Like if you had gone at 1,000, like still super expensive. It's insane. Like right now, I don't want to buy it because it's like, okay, like right now there is exhaustion in the market. Like look at this. How much is? Look at the volume. That's math. That's I want to get the fuck out of the market volume. It's like fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Right now, I fucking got caught in a TQQQ trade. Fucking fucking motherfucker. So it'll be interesting to see if we buy this into the close, but I don't know if we do. I don't know if we do. Not bad. It's not too. I'm sitting. I've like it's been a good week. It's not been a bad week. But again, it's like fuck. Like obviously like this account I do trade. Like I'm trying different strategies, so I've lost like 3 fucking. If I had done nothing with the options, I would be better. And if I had not fucking hedged my portfolio, I would be better off. Like I started hedging with UVEX, and I'm fucking 45% down on that. It's fucking nuts. Yeah. You know. But the thing is, it's like this is a volatility trade. It's like whenever you get the volatility, you just get that spike, and then like it's just I've seen it just slowly come down because volatility is just being markets just been going up. Like we've gone straight up. So like I've left it just because it's like a hedge against everything, and I'm still doing good with the rest of my portfolio. It's a lot. I put 14K. It's down. But Nvidia trade made for it. And the thing is like, but that's not for this portfolio. That's for the overall portfolio. It's like, it's like I'm creating a position because it was getting cheaper and cheaper. When I bought, it was like, so if you look at the UVIC, if you look at it, it's like, like I've been coming down. The daily, it was like, all of a sudden it was like, I was trading it here and I was making money. So I made money. It's like I made 4K before this for $6,000. But every time you buy and get the cost basis change. So I did make some money on the rally here, and then I just held and I just kept buying as it was coming down. It's just been fucking coming. So, you pay to learn. You gotta pay a lot. But it's like, look, like this UVIX trade, like this is options on the UVIX. So it's like, you know, it's like I'm trading the UVIX is a 2x VIX leverage. It's like this is leverage on leverage on leverage. You know, it's like derivatives on derivatives. Trying to get out of that trade. But it's like, you know, I just like, this one saved me a lot when there was volatility. I can this I'll just fucking you can execute options. I can execute I can execute from the moment I buy them to the moment I know, but the thing is just like with this, it's like even like right now the ask is under the price. So it's like if I was to like get it at that price, 88, if I was to get it at 85, March 8, but the price is higher, so it's like it's at 1090. Price is at good buy. If I buy at that price, I could buy at 10 and then but nobody's gonna sell. But look, like today, this was the today. It's like super little. Like yeah, they were you get this right and you predict this shit, you know? You get it right, you get paid. Which is good, you know. Man. See, we put again. So what's your plan when you start? Okay. Every week? Oh, every month. 2 days a month. Okay. How come? How come they're giving you this contract and need you, but they're not? Because you got out from redundancy. It's that like, it doesn't take a lot. To that is just figuring out 15 private tutoring daily. No. Did you put in your trade for sim? Next week they have, and then as the lockup period ending on the betting on the I gave fucked up. 62%. They're 100, you know, it's like I fucking bought a me. I got excited about I'm like looking at another print.
Why now is see
Is the volatility still like, you know, it's like they're still expensive. Go for example, March 20. These are not March 28. I did April. I was doing April. The thing is like I think it's gonna be like whenever they become available, I think like they're gonna start selling some of it. The question is, the MV that's okay. Like, look at that. It looks like it wants to go higher. Because then we're getting at, and I'm paying 2,000 each. Price has to touch what? 110? 120. Could see every trade. The question is, we could see the 98. Again. 2K trade. Like the good thing would have been to do it like a couple of days ago. No, because let's have a look at. Oh, the options. Even higher. $18. Thing is you're gonna get that volatility coming in.
Then
Well, like I have, it's like that's the thing though. It's like with the implied volatility, if we get the move big, April pays.
yeah,
Yeah, all AI stocks take a hit. Like the drop
that's what I'm
today.
saying. Like now,
Yeah.
now people will panic sell.
Yeah.
So that
Like they were gonna listen. You know the trade. So you understand ARM? ARM? They were gonna sell ARM to Nvidia at 40. They didn't. They weren't allowed to. The UK government dictated it. So then SoftBank, no, I know. And SoftBank was like, okay, fuck it, we're gonna go public, and then they went public. SoftBank has lost a lot of money. We work, so they're gonna fucking, they're gonna. And the thing is they increase the float of the stock. Even if they sell 10% of what they own, they grow the stock 9. Like they throw the float 9. What here? $1,000 trade right there. If it goes against me, I'm fucking nah, I'm not. What does the chart tell you? This chart tells you it's gonna go up. No?
at the long.
That's
No
not
matter
right.
what you do, if it's that's where
That's one thing I don't like about fucking
you
interactive.
don't you daily candle. You make this. But the time you got.
Fuck, like the thing is this. It's a tricky. It's a tricky trade because I've been trying to catch it. I've been trying to time it, and
Literally.
what the heck?
Had the
Like,
picture
but
of it.
I think the market's gonna. Let's look at the fucking short entry. I just like I haven't pulled the trigger hard on it because there's something that fucking when something doesn't fully click. The short float is low. Let's have a look at fucking quick. That buy it. Fucking like it's like the problem with the fucking contracts is that because how much is a short? 13K. 13K of 100 sucks, but then you fucking risk.
So TSMC is to win more than $5 billion in grants for US chip plants.
I still don't fucking like. There's no news today except for the fact that tomorrow, like maybe we get some selling tomorrow. Like I'm keeping an eye out on it. I'm keeping an eye out on it. I'm looking for an entry point. But... I know.
You need to keep.
Like it's fucking nuts just because. Nah, the thing is like it doesn't happen within the first couple of months because like the moment they open the gates, we're gonna know what the fuck they want to do. SoftBank. Like it's crazy because look like SoftBank market cap now being at 91. That's ARM is worth.
You and
That's the thing that kind of like it's like look at this market like fucking ARM's market cap. They own 90%, 137 billion. So it's like SoftBank is worth less than the market cap of the company they own. Which makes no sense. Yeah. Like look at this shit. Look at strategic entities. SoftBank 90%. 90%. Wait, what? Why is this 9 billion? Because if they own 90% and the company's worth fucking 140, 90% of 140 is then 30. Maybe this is not updated. Because they wouldn't get rid of it instantaneously. They try to like keep them in the market, but the moment they realize that they're selling that shit, they're gonna Because so my theory is this. My theory is that the price has raised so much because people are only fighting about that 10%. Right? So
Well, think are a institutions like that have to
but they probably would have disclosed. No?
well
How
at
how
the
long
moment they're waiting.
how long do they have to disclose?
Well, they have to constantly disclose.
But true. Okay, but then when would they have to?
After the news.
But the thing
Not them selling it. It's effect. So more time.
because what's the payout of that trade? That what? That puts me at so I break even at 110. 130 right now. We're sitting at 130 at 20 bucks. I break even at 110. And then after 110, so price would have to drop under 110. That's the thing that fucking yeah, break even point. Break even point is strike price times the premium, minus the premium. Because if I buy a put, I have the right to sell the stock at 130. Then I have to pay the premium 20. No? But that's the reason. It's like fuck. Is it gonna drop to 120? 110? Expecting a drop to a such a weird trade, dude. It's just like it's been fucking crazy. You know, it's like bam, 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 and it's like I might even make money on my trade. We could. The thing is like we could see like if we saw arm drop. What's arms drop? Arms drop from the highs of the. Yeah, it's like look like in 2 days, 8% drop. $34.
And
I wouldn't trust any of this thing.
take it out. Even
There's buying, there's interest in the stock, but man, it's like
I would do. Sorry.
for today. have. You could see the drop. There was a guy. There was a guy that opened up. They did a like I don't know like in a day. They grew again. You know. They did. I was at start of the week. Start of the week.
You
So
want
if
to
you look
maybe
at
enter
here.
even more?
Like it's today. Like if it doesn't hit it today, the question is, I have to call. That's 205,000. Insane. I think CPI comes down and we, what do you think CPI is gonna do? Have been paying attention? Pay attention, dude. Got pay attention. It's your business. It's your business. So how are you gonna break your days? You're gonna be working what? 2 days a month? And then what are you gonna be doing? Just content and shit?
Yeah, I need to.
$600 courses would be what? $6K a month? I have to do the CIS, CSI,
Yeah, it's not.
level 3 and level 4. Gonna open up an eToro account. Popular. Get people to copy your portfolio. I'm telling you, like you keep a portfolio there, you do good. Next thing you know, $1 million in assets.
That's the thing.
In all honesty, I like the idea of having like a way that is like, it's like you talk about it and then you potentially like offer it. People want to join you, happy to do because they can see what you're thinking, seeing train of thoughts. It allows you. Where are we gonna set up your interactive?
But all my.
Where are you gonna open so many?
Of course.
Like in the
I need
UK?
to sort it out because. Sorry?
Which one is the other one?
But it's
It's bumping. It doesn't want to. This market maker. Fucking market maker just buying the shit. Just buying the shit. They're not gonna let it drop. Do you want? Can we bounce back to it? 32, dude. 132. I need to go to 130. If it goes to 132, it goes to 1. Huh? It's gonna come down on my fucking options. Like right now, I have exposure all the way down to. I wanted to close at 100. Okay, that's what I want. Yeah, if you fucking ask me what I want, that's what I want. Again. Abercrombie took a hit. Dell is down with the AI. Dell is now AI stock. And Mara found fucking resistance finally. Bitcoin pumping, dude. Bitcoin holding. This one is different than this one, that's for sure. Look at this shit. I see technical. This shit follows tech. Fucking nut. This one was the last time we hit the all-time highs. This time around, we touched and we stayed. Defending it. We're defending it. We're gonna go higher. There's gonna be like the bro. It's been fucking steady volume. Steady volume. It's the fucking. Wait, here. Well, he's gonna break it, dude. I'm telling you, it's gonna fucking break it. Gonna break it. Gonna break it. This. 69. 69 was the all-time high. Right here. 69 is his the all-time high from last time. So this is when we touch this shit, like the moment we touched it, like we touched 69,000, market fucking down. Then now they were just like, get out, get out, get out. Put in the fucking stop order, or buy, sell order, sell order, sell order. But I think that this exhausted it, you know. And I think we're gonna keep going. It's fucking nuts. Like, I wanted to come down. I've been wanting Nvidia to come down for a long time. At 600. fucking nuts, dude. Oh, yeah. It's fun. Like, fuck, it's tricky, but it's yeah. 100 quid here and there can make you a bit. Yeah. Like if you get into the proper ones and you fucking like the volatility here, this you lose it all or 10x, yeah. That's the thing, like you lose a lot, you know, at the end of the day. You lose a lot. But if you show it, then it's okay, you know? Lately I've been showing. If you look at my stream today started with 2000. Shit's fucking. But it was with NVIDIA trade alone. This? Yeah. My money. My profit. It's like fucking it was 2K up. Again today. But then it sold out. Like then this happened. This? Yeah. Correct. Hell you did. They put the trading view charts here. They're still not there. Then you have this. You check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Let's set it up for you. You gonna do live streams now? You gotta do it, man. You gotta build. You gotta build your brand. You gotta build the brand. No, build it. Fucking go with it. You know, it's like if you start building like a little fan base thing, dude, that shit fucking. Because the thing is just you become your own advertiser. And then then if you're doing this for real, then it's like boom. You can just be like, yeah, doing it, bam, bam. Here's my results, bam, bam. And then you just have the credibility. Like you don't have to go show bank statement because bank statements you can fucking Photoshop that shit. Like if you're trading on it, you gotta do and like fucking be like you gotta be posting content like tomorrow. It's a content game, yeah. A number. Like have you ever seen Meet Kevin? He drives a plane. The guy does really well.
Rejection in the market.
So like you know he's like he's doing like live now. Like, he's gotten big enough that he can do like event. Like he does like he sells this shit like he's one of. I am impressed at how you know how like he can speak off the like how he can speak. He can just like look at a news and he's like a ChatGPT. Like he just inputs information and he's just able to give you like a you know and like the way he does it is like fantastic. So he will do a live stream and then all of a sudden he's like, okay guys, I'm gonna summarize it for you. And he summarizes it and then from the live stream he grabs that and that's a short form content video. But he's so good at being able to speak it that whenever he does like one live stream, he does like 3 videos right away. So he's posting like he has so many videos. Like if you look at his channel, right? It's like look, like he has like over 3,000 videos. You know what I mean? And it's like
Oh, we just had a massive rejection in the marketplace. And this is important because, woo, we combine these rejections with catalysts coming up. Maybe the market's setting up for a little bit of a breather doodly dodla. And in this video, I'm going to break down not just Bitcoin, Nvidia, but also touch on Tesla, something I inadvertently leaked this morning and we'll talk about it. But anyway, let's get into the subject of the video. First, we need to understand the rejection that is occurring in the market right now. Nvidia perfectly trended towards our $969 Fibonacci retracement level. If we go out on the day chart, we could see, and we remember this, if you've been watching this channel, I said, look, we've got a lot of pent-up demand right here at 500. If we break 500, we might be going straight to the next fib, which guess what? We did. We waited for earnings. Earnings reiterated that we could actually break through that fib. Guess where we went to next? Boom, 974. This morning, what happened? We hit 969. This morning, not only did we hit that 969, we got rejected by it, rejected again on the minute candles, broke through. Now, really, to get a real support, you have to have a full day's candlestick above support, right? But we couldn't even pull off staying above it for a few minutes because as soon as we dropped that support, straight down from it for NVIDIA, we went from 4% gains to 1% losses. And this is going to beget some issues going forward. But it wasn't just NVIDIA. We just saw this happen at Bitcoin as well. Look at the week chart on Bitcoin. We continuously broke different resistance levels for Bitcoin. When we broke 48K, what was the next stop? 57. When we broke 57, what was the next stop? 69. Take a look at it on the day chart. You can see we actually had this little midpoint break right here at 52.4, which wasn't really fib-based. So maybe not as good of a fib as NVIDIA, but it's certainly held here with both resistance and support. A lot of support right here at that 42 level as we got rejected at that 48 level. And then when we finally broke through, we did push through 57 pretty quickly. Now getting rejected here, though, has led Bitcoin to move pretty volatilely. We just broke 70,200, coming down now. So what are these potentially going to beget? Well, maybe nothing, or it's time for a breather in the market. Now, I'm going to go through some catalysts in just a moment. But first, let's look at some of the Bitcoin numbers that we've broken down over at ehack.com. The first thing I really want to draw your attention to is when volatility is
Things is like, you know, a lot of people use this. It's like, okay, like the information is out there, you know? Yeah, but you can. He only has one. You know, he did, but he didn't take it. You know, you can take it down. Yeah, but do it because he has to prove. He has to.
Yeah.
He has to
Oh,
prove that he took your. He has not. Yeah, like yeah, he definitely knows what you've
Well, that
right the next. And you know the guy. You gotta do it. I mean, like fuck. You know, yo, how much are the fucking courses? So explain to me how the fuck this works. Because I haven't done it. I just know that eToro pays. I'm gonna. eToro pays for the certificate. You get the. Even if you're like,
line stress. Collaboration between.
so okay, but this one, the CT. So what? How hard is the test?
Tests.
Because but level 3 is just one test, or is 3 tests. Sir. It's 3 exams. You say. How hard are they?
Well, you got a pro.
Yeah. But like, what do they?
Depends which course they.
Like track one, capital markets program. This is 2 tests.
So in 10 minutes time now, at the top of the hour, see the release of the US weekly Baker Hughes rig count numbers. Oil rig count saw a prior of
What do they include
506.
in it?
Total
I don't
rigs
know,
a prior
I'm
of
not like-
629.
Okay. This is where I
This
want
is the hardest.
because the thing is like to upgrade, I have to get. It was full. Made it 5%, dude. I'm your best performing asset. What do you mean? What the fuck? Wow, the audacity of this. I hope. He's the one. You should open one and just like.
Well,
So keeping an eye on the S&P 500, it's quickly extending gains, extending losses. So that's the S&P down 0.3% now. And the news catalyst for this leg down, just keeping our eyes on the wires. In 5 minutes time now at the top of the hour, see the release of the weekly Baker Hughes rig count numbers. Oil rigs, a prior of 506, a total prior of 629. And Nasdaq as well extending declines now to 1.1%, S&P 0.4% down now.
Order filled.
Shortly expecting the weekly Baker Hughes rig count numbers on release. I'll be leading with the oil rigs. Baker Hughes total rigs out now at 622, 622. Still waiting on the oil rig count. Oil rigs 504, 504. So again, Baker Hughes total rigs 622, oil rigs at 504.
All right, peace out, everybody. Peace.